Good day, everybody. This is Dennis Wilborn, Papa D. It's the 28th of the month. It's time for Proverbs 28. Glad you're joining us for these little quick discussions about Proverbs with Papa D. You know, sometimes I wonder, given our current culture and the values of our culture or the lack of values in our culture, are Proverbs still even relevant? You know, is the guidance of God even relevant in our society and all that type of stuff? There are some that I think would want to say no, it's not. We don't need that in our society. We can figure it out on our own. But you know what? You know, the people who basically say, hey, we can trust ourselves, we're really intelligent, we're smart people and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's partially true. They are also addressed here in Proverbs 28, to be as a matter of fact. 28:26. He who trusts in himself is a fool, but he who walks in wisdom is kept safe. You know, words to ponder. A lot of the other words to ponder here in Proverbs 28 is it starts off with the wicked man flees though no one pursues him. The wicked man. And so who's the wicked man? The wicked man is the fool, the one who is not aligned with God's purposes, who's not aligned with not in agreement with God, like the righteous person. It goes on to say, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. Remember that. So remember, if we're aligned with God, we can be as bold as a lion. Other things it talks in here: evil men do not understand justice, but those who seek the Lord understand it fully. A couple of verses here that we need to really take to heart, especially as I read through this verse, I was thinking about, you know, do you ever ask yourself, why isn't my life being blessed by God? Why don't I sense that God's favor is showing up in my life? Proverbs gives us a little bit of a clue here. Basically, it says in 28:13, it says, he who conceals his sin does not prosper, but whoever confesses and renounces them finds mercy. So the question is, if you have a business or if you have just relationships that you're saying, why aren't these things prospering? It may be time for some soul searching to go back in and say, you know, do I have unconfessed sin in my life? Could it be basically keeping my business, keeping my relationships in my family from, you know, or keeping just the overall health of, you know, physical, mental, spiritual health of my family down because there's unconfessed sins? It goes on to say that, let's see, there was another area here. Oh, here we go. A greedy man stirs up dissension, troublemaker. But he who trusts in the Lord will prosper. And we talked about earlier, he who trusts in himself is a fool, but he who walks in wisdom is kept safe. And from my perspective, you know, we've been going through these, we've gone through about 20 days worth of Proverbs so far. And we've seen that the wisdom of God is basically the boundaries of where we want to live our life. And they define when we're out of bounds and when we're in bounds. And lastly, I'll just leave you with this. He who works his land will have abundant food, but he who chases fantasies will have his fill of poverty. A faithful man will be richly blessed, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished. Until tomorrow, which will be the 29th, this is Papa D signing off. Remember, subscribe on YouTube to Papa D, Proverbs with Papa D. That's that red button that says subscribe, and or subscribe on Instagram. Aloha. God bless.